Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Joanne Moore. In today's video, I'm talking about how to deal with people who overshare. Now, this is something I'm quite passionate about. So I want to share with you how I personally deal with this. Before I do, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and liking this video. Yeah, let's just dive in. This topic is something that has come up a lot. It is coming up a lot for me in my life. I get it in quite a few areas of my life where people overshare and overshare to the extreme. We're talking very deep oversharing, very intimate details. Yeah, anyway, I'm not going to get into the overshare, but yeah, so I wanted to do a episode on how you can, if you're experiencing this, how you can deal with it, what you can do, what you can put in place to stop this happening. Because if you're like me as well, it is such a drain. It is such a drain. And I get to the end of the week sometimes, or the end of my month, and I think, why am I so exhausted? Why am I just in this state of, that kind of, why do I feel like this? Like I'm aggravated, I'm annoyed, I'm frustrated, I'm exhausted, I'm tired. I've not done anything in my life. Nothing, everything's going really nicely. There's no big drama for me, everything's fine. Why do I feel emotionally fatigued? And it's because of the people around me. It's because of the interactions I have. It's because of other people outside of myself that has that ricochet effect on me because they overshare. Now, we are in a time where it is so common to jump on your phone, your iPad, whatever, to a social media platform, and someone will be telling a story, revealing some information, have a picture up that's semi-graphic of some sort, and it's oversharing, and it's this, oh my God, right? Like, can I not get away from it? Everybody has a story to tell, right? Everybody has a history. Everybody has baggage. Everyone has a background. But I just feel that it's everywhere right now, which is, it's just the way that we're moving, right? It's the way of social media. It's the way of marketing. It's the way of everything, okay? But it's draining. Like I said, it's so draining that I end up just switching my phone off or putting my phone down and think, I can't take anymore. I can't take any more. I really hope actually you're not experiencing it to this level that I am, but if you are, I feel for you. I really do. So how do I deal with this? Quite frankly, you need to get into this position of being in power and being in your power energy. I have done an episode on this. I'll put the link at the end of this video if you want to watch it, about how to take your power back. It's definitely worth a watch. So following on from that, you have to move into that state, which can be hard, especially if you're emotionally drained, physically drained, you're just feeling tired. It's hard to stand and say something to people and say out loud what you want to say to people in a very nice, concise way that's not going to upset people. You don't want to be like that. So I'm going to give you a really good example today of what you can do, and you can adapt it to your position, your needs, whatever. So number one, actually, what I'm going to say first, if you're finding it a lot, I really highly recommend just turning off some of those key social media platforms, the ones I'm talking about. Maybe not necessarily YouTube for me. I don't think I see it so much on YouTube, but definitely some of the others where there's pictures or stories and you very quickly get into the scroll, right? And it's just one after the other. Take a break from it. An hour, a day, a week, whatever you feel is necessary. But that really will allow a little bit of space in your mind just to have for you, just not to have to deal with that emotional turmoil and that mental overload. The next thing is you need to move into the state of empowerment, which I said, if you want the video, it'll be at the end of this one. You've got to take some power back. You don't have to listen to this. If you're a therapist and all that, obviously it's different, but let's do work. My favourite topic. Let's look at the workplace. And let's look at someone oversharing in the workplace. You can, and you are within your rights to say to them, you know, I'm not, to stop them, to not listen to the overshare. I'm going to do this in two parts actually, because there's one if you're a manager, and then there's another one if you say it's a colleague to colleague. Okay, this could be a friend to a friend. This could be your parent, a family relative, your neighbour, someone at the bus stop. I don't know, you know, where everyone seems to overshare these days, right? But let's look at that. If someone is starting to overshare with me and it's getting a lot, it's getting too much, I will say something like, oh, I can see this is going to take some time, what you're saying. I am actually running a bit behind on my schedule right now. I'm right in the middle of a project. Perhaps we could arrange to chat at a certain time, or another time in the week. I would use this if this was my friend, I think. If it was a colleague, I would say, oh, you know, this is really deep, and to be honest, I've got to be really honest with you, I'm not in a position in my life or mentally right now that I can hear this. Have you got a friend you can talk to? Or do you see a counsellor or a therapist? Put it back to them. Put it back. That's the key. You've got to push it back. If I was in a management position again, I would be saying something like, whatever their name is, thank you, you know, I really appreciate you feel that you can talk to me about this. I really think it would be worth me putting you in contact with a counsellor. We use counsellors within the company. I really think you need to talk to somebody who's a professional in this field. This isn't my domain. This isn't something, you know, that I'm a specialist in. Boom, leave it there, end of, full stop, move on, right? Done. Stop engaging in the conversation. Don't take it further. You have got to learn to stop. I know you might be thinking, wow, that's super harsh. If someone's, you know, offloading and they're opening their heart up to me and all that jazz. There are times and situations, I know that you've got to hear it, but there are also times and situations it's not appropriate. It's absolutely not appropriate. It's not the right time, you know, and you're within your rights to say, I don't want to hear this. Who says you have to stand there and listen to it, you know? Yeah, I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to give you one more tip that I would do. So tip number 3 really is go and grab yourself some black tourmaline. I have done a podcast, there's a YouTube video on this before about black tourmaline, which I absolutely love. You only need like a little chunk. You can get them from most crystal shops, and I have it around me, and it's really strong, and I really felt this. It has this sense of protection level, and a protection layer where emotionally I felt protected, and it almost created like a barrier around me where people's drama and oversharing wasn't getting in. So it's definitely worth having a look into if you're interested. Again, I have done an episode on it, so feel free to have a look at that one. If you want to take this further again, I do have a book. I'll put a link in the description box below, which talks about all of this, taking your power back, getting back into your spiritual journey, your life, putting you a priority in your life again, and your journey a priority in life. So I'll put the link in the description box for you to have a look at. Thank you again for subscribing to my channel and liking this video. I will catch you all in the next video.